Okay, I will walk you over the assignment where we are using a flight demo system. The user first will select a from and to location to determine the flights that are available. Selecting a particular flight yields detailed information about that flight, including showing the flight data on a calendar. So in order to create the basic schedule, you have to start your Visual Composer using your login ID and password. Then click the model menu, and I start from here. Then select new model. Make sure that your pop-ups are open. So I go to the new model again, and here the new model name would be LU and then your login number. Okay, mine is SFAC01. So you use your login number, whatever it is, and then flight schedule. That's the name of the model, and you have to select your local repository. Okay, and then development component, you use your own development component from the time you have been working on assignment 5. I will call it LUSFAC01 underscore NW6. The name does not matter. Okay, you can use your previous development component. Then say OK. In the search tab, enter the R3 data services, and then you have to select the destination as OXF, and then you search for flight. Here you will select the BAPI S flight get list. Okay, so BAPI S flight get list, and then you drag it to this space over here. Okay, in the input port, make sure that from city, from country key, first let me deselect, and then I do from city, from country key, to city, and to country key. These are the 4 things that need to be selected. Okay, and then from the flight list field, you have to select the first 3 and then departure time. These 4 needs to be selected. Okay, so say OK. Now double click here, and so you can pull its properties here, and then change the name to get flight list. Okay, get flight list, enter. Then drag the input node and select the form view. Okay, so I select the form view, change the name of the form from input to change it to enter location. Okay. Similarly, from the output, select the table view and change the table name to flight schedule. So change flight list to flight schedule. Okay. Now again click the search tab and find out the BAPI S flight gate detail. This one, and then drag it onto the workspace. Okay. So in the input port, all three will be selected, and then for the flight data, select the flight date, then flight time, then distance, then price, currency, plane type, seat max, and this one. So basically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fields. Okay, and after that click OK. Now double click on this BAPI and then change the name to flight details. Okay, now connect the output of the flight schedule table view, okay, to the input of the flight details. Connect this. Now right click on the new connection line and then select map data. Okay, and then what I have to do is airline carrier, I have to assign a value, and that value is equal sign, then at, and CARRID. Okay. Similarly, connection number is equal at CONNID, and then flight date is equal sign at FL date. Okay, then I can close. Now drag the output port from flight details onto the workspace and select form view. So I select form view. Change the form's name to flight details. So I have to flight data, I have to change it to flight details. Okay, so this is how the model should look now. After that I have to click the layout tab which is here. So I click that, and and then I get to see this from city, from country, to city, to country, and then here flight schedule, and then this one. Okay, so still seats occupied. I get to see that. Now you need to save your model. So save it, and then go to the deploy tab, then click deploy, and then click here the flex to check the model. Okay, now okay, before you do that, before you check the model, just close it, go back here. Now you have to make certain changes here so that it reads properly. Do you see that from city they are all together? So we have to make the following changes. To make the changes, we have to make these changes. Okay, here. Okay, to make these changes, double click here and see the label comes up here and change from here. So make from to from city. Okay, then here change that to from country. Okay, then change to city to city, and to country key to country. Okay, and then here change that to carrier ID, and then this one to connection ID, then this is flight date, and this is departure time. Okay, then again here this is just date, this is time, distance, price, currency, plane type, seats max, and then I have seats occupied. Every item has a colon after it. Okay, so okay, so I think everything is fine now. Now from city, from country, to city, to country, they also have colons after it. So I have to go back and do that. Okay, now I save it and then I deploy it again. So let me deploy it again. and then I open this, and now I see it the way I should be seeing it. Okay, so now let me test it with some data. Let me put in Frankfurt here, and then country is Germany, DE, city is New York. So I'm looking for a flight from Frankfurt to New York, US. I submit, and you can see these are the flights that we have. So if I click on the second one, it will give me the details regarding the second flight. If I click on the third one, it will give me the details regarding the third one, so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, now I have to enhance the user interface. Okay, in order to do that, I have to go back in that previous view, the layout view, and I have to right click on the form city field. I have to select change control type and then select drop down list. Okay, similarly I have to repeat this process for all 4 of the fields. So I come here, I right click, not action, I right click, change control type, drop down list. Right click, change control type, drop down list, one more time. Okay. Then I have to again right click on the from city. Okay, here I have to select entry list from the menu. So in the name I will put in from city, and I will activate the static radio button if needed, so it's already there, so I don't have to do that. And in the description box I will put in a description which will read as select the departure city. Okay. Then in the define list items pane, let me just do next. Okay, and I get the define list items pane, and I have to put in the following city. Okay, so I put in here Berlin, and display text is Berlin. And then I have to use the add icon to add more cities. Frankfurt, display text is the same. New York, fourth one is San Francisco, and the last one is Tokyo. Okay, after that I finish. I have to repeat the above process for the 2 city field box, and I have to name it 2 city. So 2 city, entry list, I call it 2 city, go to next, and in the define list I have to do the same thing. So I have to enter Berlin, Frankfurt, then New York, San Francisco, and then Tokyo. I finish. Then in from country, I have to go to the entry list and I call it from country, and then the defined list will be DE, which is Germany, then US, which is United States, and then JP, which is Japan. And same thing for two country. So action list, two country, and then same thing, DE, Germany, US, United States, JP, Japan. Okay. Now I have to go back to the design screen. In the design screen, from the output port of the flight details BAPI, I have to drag and create another form view. Okay. And I have to call it date. So double click and I change the name to date. Okay, so I right click and I call define data. Here I deselect everything . I just keep the flight date only. Okay. Then I have to click in the control column of the flight date field. Okay. And select calendar from the menu as the control type. Click here. So select calendar. And then I can close. So the model now appears as this, and then I go back to the layout tab. So in the layout tab you can see this, but I have to now rearrange and pull up date before flight schedule. So let me drag and put it before flight schedule. Okay, so I have first this one, then I have the date, third is my flight schedule, and fourth is my flight details. I need to give it more space. Okay, it looks like this. Now deploy and test the model. So I first deploy. Now I test it. Okay, here I will put in Frankfurt, Germany, and New York and United States, okay, as the to and from destinations. So from New York, United States, I am going to Frankfurt, Germany. Okay, and I submit and then see what I can get. I see that on June 18, 2015 and on Sunday, June 28, 2015, I have the following flights. Okay, and this is what the flight details are. Okay, now you take a screenshot of this and paste it to your Word document. That's about it. I hope you liked the assignment. Thank you.